Hello Stampers, welcome to World Card Making Day. Today we're going to make my simple but an easy card that I gave you the instructions for. So you're going to grab your piece that's 4 1/4 by 11 that's scored in half, and number 1, you're going to fold on that score line. The second thing you're going to do is take your paper cutter, and I want you to grab a hold of that score line so you know what I'm talking about. And I want you to put this score line on your paper cutter at 1 3/4 inches. So it should look like this, 1 3/4 inches, which is right there. I want you to put your paper there, and then I want you to cut it. Yes, there's only a tiny little piece. When you get done, it should look like this. Okay, so that's your first cut. And it's right here on the directions to cut 1 3/4 inches from the score line. You're going to take the piece of paper again, keep it the same direction, don't turn it, and you're going to put it in your paper cutter, and this time you're going to cut it 1 7/8 inches. If you're not sure where it is, it's right here before the 2, that little double notch before the 2. Okay, so this would be 1 3/4. This one is 1 7/8. And again, you're going to cut that off. Okay, so now I have the 1 7/8 inch piece here. I have the other piece here. Please take the 1 7/8 inch piece that you just cut off and put it with your card right here so we don't get our pieces mixed up. So right now we have this and this, nothing glued down. Alrighty, so set that there, and then the piece, don't throw this away because it's important. Just set that aside someplace else because that will be used for something else. So that's your first directions, cutting at 1 3/4 inches, and then cut from the score line, then cut off a 1 7/8 inch piece, so it's 1 7/8 by 4 1/4, and then keep that for the bottom of your card, but do not glue it down. Okay, directions number 2. You've got your designer series paper. Now I used up so much of my paper I only have scraps left, but you have one whole piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut 4 inches wide. You're going to put that this way, and you're going to cut 1 1/2 inches. So here's 1 1/2 inches by 4. So you'll have a much bigger piece left because you have a whole piece. I had to use my scraps. So here is my 1 1/2 inch by 4 inch piece. So we don't get confused, I think the best thing to do would be to take our mono adhesive right away, the mono adhesive on the back of it, and you are now going to attach that to the top of your card. Okay, so attach this here. Okay, so right now we have that. Okay, then you're going to take whatever you have left of that paper, put it on your paper cutter again the same direction, but this time you're going to cut the designer series paper at 1 5/8 inches. So this is 4 inches wide, 1 5/8. So if you go to 1/2 and then go over to the 1/8 inch mark, that would be 1 5/8. It's also 1 3/4, just one back. So you're going to cut that off, and you'll have a tiny piece left that you can use for decorating the inside. So I had you cut it a little bit bigger than you needed. So that piece you can just set aside. This piece you need. All right, so you're going to take that piece that I told you is the bottom, don't glue this down, and you're going to now glue this to this. You should have 1/8 of an inch all the way around. You just glue it down. Okay, and that's there. Okay, so that's so far you have that. All right, the next thing you're going to do is take a different piece of cardstock. So I had you cut a big piece of cardstock, okay? That is going to go right inside your card here. Do not glue this down, okay? You're just going to glue this in for the back of your card, like this. Okay, so you're going to do that. And just leave this loose, and you're going to lay that on there. So this is your base of your card. This is loose, this is loose. Okay, so you are going to set that aside for 1 minute. And we're now going to grab that piece that we cut off, And we're going to grab that other, I said get another piece of cardstock, a different color. So I'm going to attach this to this. If it's a little bit too wide, depending on how you cut, you could trim a hair off to make it perfectly even. Because I kind of like an equal border all the way around. So you can see I've got that. So I'm going to attach that piece that I have left. So now you see no waste at all on that card. What the scrap that we were going to throw away is actually part of your card. So there you go. All right, so we have this, and then we are going to take, and we're going to put adhesive on the top just about here, and we're going to put adhesive on the bottom right there. Okay, so just tops and bottom, put a little bit of adhesive, okay, on the back of this. That way you won't make a mistake. Okay, then you're going to bring this back. This is loose, and we're just going to line it up like it's really a card all ready to go. And then we are just going to take this, and not quite in the middle, but over to the side, you're going to attach this wherever you think you want it. So because I already have my adhesive on there, all I have to press, and voila, I have my card. So the card looks like this on the inside, and it looks like this on the outside. So instead of just having a card folded over with 2 extra cuts, you have something much more interesting. All right, so then, how do I decorate this? Well, I have bunches of ideas for you. First of all, I had showed you that I was making 2 tags. So on mine, I attached the 2 tags to the front like this. And then inside, I'm going to stamp the words that I showed you. Let the joy of the season fill your heart. So I'm going to stamp that right inside, right behind where that would be. There we go. And that's my card. Very simple. But I did a lot of variations on it because I just couldn't leave well enough alone. So this is one version. These are the Everyday Essential tags, which are pretty awesome, and I used them, the Halloween ones also. So I want to show you different versions of this. So in this case, I used white embossing, and I embossed the words on the outside and then just used 1 tag. And I don't believe I did anything on the inside yet on that one, no. Okay, then again, I used the border punches that had the candy canes and the holly, and I took the little candy canes and candy from it, and I used the same words, but I put them in oval. And since it says, let the joy of the season fill your heart, I made a heart with candy canes and the other little candy cane piece up here. And then again on the inside, I'm going to add a sentiment with some more candy canes and candies. So anyway, another version of the same card. Just putting something different on the front. So you can use ovals, you can use shapes. Again, I did Halloween cards. And I did this card using the Halloween paper. And then just, in this case, I didn't even put a backing on it. I just made it black. Okay. And in the Everyday Essential punch pack, you get those Christmas things, but you also get Halloween ones. And then you get all kinds of little guys. There's a Valentine's set. There's these little bats, and there's one other thing that comes along with that set. So it's a really cute little set, and takes 2 seconds to punch, and be done. And you can leave it without a hole, or you can punch a hole in it and put some ribbon on it. Okay, then I took the Designer Series paper, and I put that as my backing instead. Used the same thing in this case because it was dark. I did add a Cajun Craze piece to the back. Okay, and then inside, I put the words on white so they would pop. And again, super fast, super simple. You saw how many seconds it took to make that. Then I did a fall card using this set, and it's actually a sympathy card. So again, once you pick your Designer Series paper out, it pulls your colors for you. So I pulled the espresso and the Cajun from this to cut out my tags and my background paper. And then since it was cream, I used cream for my background. So I did Hugs, Prayers, and Love. And then on here I used the 3 markers starting with the lightest to the darkest, then stamped it, and there is a die that cuts these out. And then I put down sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes. And right now I think a lot of people need that. So that's another one. Also adding cord adds a lot. So I added cord to that. I also did one with the doves and the Christmas papers. So same thing, same idea. So that's it for today, for World Card Making Day. I just wanted to show you how to make a quick and easy card. I actually love this fold. It just makes cards in a few minutes, and it uses up some of your DSP and helps you focus on the colors that you need because you just pick the colors from your paper. So good luck, stay safe, stay healthy, have fun. Bye-bye.